Brought to you by Penguin.
The Kennedy Curse by James Patterson. Read by David Pittu.
Prologue. The frail old man wakes screaming, tangled in an American flag, the same one that draped the coffin of his slain son, President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, 3 days after his November 22, 1963 assassination. Joseph Kennedy Sr., the 75-year-old patriarch of the Kennedy dynasty, who once could sway prime ministers and presidents with his Irish charm, is suffering the lingering effects of a stroke, unable to communicate beyond moaning the words, yeah and no. Trapped inside his nearly paralyzed body, he struggles to pull himself free from the flag. The flag had sheathed the president's casket, borne by horse-drawn caisson to Arlington National Cemetery 2 days earlier. After the Army bugler sounded taps, the military honor guard watching over the gravesite folded the flag 13 times to form a triangle, showing only a field of blue stars as customary, then presented it to Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy, the president's stoic widow. And Jackie wants her beloved father-in-law to have it. The man she calls Grandpa has been convalescing at the Kennedy compound in Hyannisport, Massachusetts, too ill to attend the funeral. Before Jackie kisses Joe Sr. goodbye to return to her 2 small children, Caroline and John Jr., she leaves the flag near his bed, where during the night Joe's niece Anne Gargan has innocently unfolded the flag and placed it over him. 3 days earlier, when the news of Jack's death had first broken and the world mourned the assassination of the dashing 35th president, Private Nurse Rita Dallas kept watch over his bedridden father. He was a helpless man who had lost a son, Dallas observed. But even more, he was a man yet to be comforted by his family, yet to be told anything, except that his son had been murdered. While Joe's wife, Rose Kennedy, paced in her room across the hall from her husband's, too distraught to talk, 2 of their children, Senator Ted Kennedy and his older sister Eunice Kennedy Shriver, rushed to Joe's bedside to perform the grim family duty. Eunice grabbed her father's withered hand and kissed him. "Daddy, there's been an accident," she whispered. "Jack was in an accident, Daddy. Oh, Daddy, Jack's dead. He's dead. But he's in heaven," she affirmed. "Jack's okay, isn't he, Daddy?" Ted, his face tear-stained, told him the awful news. "Dad, Jack was shot." The man who taught his children that crying is a sign of weakness closed his eyes, and 2 teardrops fell down his cheeks. "No," he howled. Already he has outlived his firstborn, Joe Jr., a World War II Navy pilot killed while flying a secret combat mission, as well as his free-spirited daughter Kathleen, who died in a private plane crash, and his oldest daughter, Rosemary, who he subjected to a disastrous experimental lobotomy, is left permanently disabled. And now his second-born son, Jack, killed, his gruesome death caught on film. Joseph Kennedy Sr.'s life's ambition is to place a Kennedy in the White House, and he will see his 2 surviving sons pick up the baton and reach for the Oval Office. But Bobby is murdered before he can capture the Democratic presidential nomination, and Ted is caught in a scandal that leaves a woman dead, dooming his chances to attain the presidency. In July 1969, Ted Kennedy wonders aloud if a curse actually did hang over all the Kennedys. From Joe Sr.'s death in November that same year to nearly 3 decades later in July 1999, when Jack's son...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?